My kid got accepted into college, so now I have to start looking for scholarships. Where can I look? I've received this question multiple times this past week, and I get this question a lot just in general. And I understand where parents are coming from because now you have a sense of where your kid's going to go. You probably have a little better sense of how much college is actually going to cost. No one ever says, wow, that was less than I expected, right? Like that never really happens. It's usually, wow, this is a lot more than I expected. I'm going to have to do something. But before you just start yelling or looking outside for scholarships, you have to understand the differences of what scholarships are. There are what's called outside scholarships versus institutional scholarships. Institutional scholarships are those that are offered by the colleges themselves, right? And so as through the action of your kid applying, generally most colleges are going to evaluate your student for those institutional scholarships already. So if you didn't get any or you got very little, there's probably not much more there. However, there are some colleges that do have institutional scholarships that do require a separate application or separate essay or something, or potentially even separate interview. If that's the case, then you should definitely apply for those. But most people think of this as outside scholarships, which are those that are offered by, chambers of commerce, foundations, companies, associations, other community organizations around the country. And so there are a lot of these, and your student can, and quite frankly, should have already been applying to these as early as freshman year of high school. Yes, they exist. They're not as many, but they do exist. In fact, the way it goes is there's fewer freshman year of high school, but they do exist. A little bit more sophomore year, a little bit more junior year, a lot senior year, obviously. But then also once they're into college, they still do exist. Freshman year, then a little freshman year of college, that is, then a little bit less sophomore year of college, and a little bit less junior year of college, and a little bit less senior year of college, because you're basically at the finish line. But here's the thing. It is a numbers game. Okay, so it's not like you just apply to one and you get it. Yes, there's always a non-zero chance that you might win that scholarship, just like there's always a non-zero chance you can win Powerball if you get a ticket. But your odds are relatively low. So in order to get the money that you want, you have to apply to a lot of them, and just any and all that might fit your situation. Right? You just got to crank these out. It becomes almost like a full-time job, but it can be one that pays really well. And if you consider the hours by the amount of money you might make, your kid might be better off doing this than working at the local supermarket or the coffee shop or whatever. However, most students and most families, when they think about this, is the senior year of high school. By this time, right, if your kid's gotten your college acceptances, I'm sure senioritis has set in quite a lot, right? So some of these applications require another scholarship or another essay, and quite frankly, that's for most students, that is the last thing they want to do, is write another essay on top of their schoolwork, on top of their essays that they just wrote for college applications. They want to enjoy their time senior year, right? It's a good time. It's an important time in life. I get it. So a lot of students either don't bother applying for these scholarships, or, and quite frankly, a lot of them don't feel like it's worth the time. But the money is to be had out there if the students put in effort. But it is, again, a numbers game. Don't expect to just apply to one and just get all the money you need, and that's it. But again, this question comes up a lot, and families should and want to be intentional about this and start a lot earlier than most people think. And that's it for today. Hope you all have a great day. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.